Welcome to Strange Loops, where we will explore a variety of possible worlds into which we are going. In this episode, we will look at the near future world of 2030.
So you ask the experts about the future of artificial intelligence, and you get two completely different stories. One side sees this incredible paradise where all our problems are solved. The other, they see a total surveillance nightmare. So which one is it? Okay, let's get into it and explore these competing visions for what's coming next. And listen to this guy, futurist Ray Kurzweil. He's not mincing words. He believes we are right at that critical tipping point, what he calls the knee of the curve, where technology is about to change life as we know it. And this isn't just, another tech trend. This is a fundamental shift in, well, everything.
And what's the fuel for this rocket ship? It's this number, which is almost impossible to wrap your head around. Since 1939, for the same amount of money, the amount of computing power we can buy has multiplied by 75 quadrillion. That's the engine under the hood driving all of this. And believe me, it is not slowing down.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to dig into that exponential curve that's making all this possible. Then, we'll look at the two big competing visions, the dream of a techno-utopia and the nightmare of a digital dystopia. After that, we'll check out a more down-to-earth idea, AI as our everyday partner. And finally, we'll talk about what this all really means for the future that we're all building together.
Okay, first up, riding that exponential curve. This is really the bedrock for all these wild predictions we're hearing. And the thing is, this isn't some new fad. It's an incredibly powerful trend that's been chugging along quietly for decades. And what's just amazing when you look at it is how smooth and predictable this trend has been. It doesn't matter what the underlying technology was. We're talking clunky old electromechanical relays, then giant vacuum tubes, then transistors, and now integrated circuits. Through world wars, economic booms, and busts, this line just keeps going up and to the right. And that's why people like Kurzweil feel so confident about where it's headed next.
So where's this all going? Well, the big destination everyone's talking about is AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. Now, this isn't just an AI that's good at one thing, like chess. We're talking about an AI with human-level intelligence, something that can reason, learn, and create just like a person. And get this, based on that very same curve, Kurzweil predicted way back in 1999 that we'd have AGI by 2029. People thought he was crazy. Today, a lot of smart people are starting to wonder if 2029 is actually too pessimistic. Okay, so let's follow that optimistic path for a minute. Let's imagine we get AGI. And it's a good thing. What does that world actually look like? This brings us to vision number one, the full-blown techno-utopia. And the promises here are just massive. We're talking about AI finally cracking the codes to diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, maybe even aging itself. The cost of goods and services plummets because everything is basically information. Then, in the 2030s, things get really sci-fi. Think about connecting your brain directly to the cloud, merging your own thoughts with powerful AI. And the endpoint? Kurzweil calls it the singularity, and he pegs it for 2045. That's when our collective intelligence could expand by a factor of 1 million. 1 million!
So you see the core idea here, right? In this version of the future, AI doesn't replace us, it amplifies us. It takes everything we already are, our intelligence, our creativity, our health, and just cranks the dial up to 11. It's a vision of total empowerment. But there is, of course, another side to this coin. Okay, let's do a complete 180 and look at the other extreme, the digital dystopia. Finance commentator Chris Skinner paints a really bleak picture for the next decade, one that isn't built on empowerment, but on the complete and utter collapse of trust. Just try to picture this world. It's the 2030s. Privacy, that's an old-fashioned word nobody uses anymore. Drones and monitors are literally everywhere, not just watching you, but scanning you. It all kicks off with something called the Big Scam in 2025, an event so huge it just shatters our faith in, well, everything. We stop trusting governments, the news, even each other. The only thing we trust is the network. A new digital currency called the Wonk takes over. Robot butlers run your home. And if reality gets a little too grim, you can just check out and live a fully virtual life. It's a world that looks super convenient on the surface, but it's all powered by paranoia and total control. Phew. Okay, so we've got utopia on one hand, dystopia on the other. But what if the future isn't quite so dramatic? What if it's more integrated? This third view suggests AI won't be our savior, and it won't be our jailer. It'll just be our partner.
And this slide really nails the core conflict, doesn't it? One path sees AI as this incredible amplifier that makes us better, stronger, smarter. The other sees it as the ultimate tool for control and surveillance. This whole AI as a partner idea is about trying to find a sustainable path right down the middle.
And the journey to get there seems pretty logical when you break it down. Think about it. The last decade, that was the awakening. AI was a specialized tool like Google Search. Right now, this decade, we're in the acceleration phase. AI is becoming a collaborator. Think about how we all use things like ChatGPT. And the next decade, that's the transformation. That's when it gets fully woven into the fabric of our daily lives.
So what does this actually feel like in real life? Well, imagine your kid's tutor isn't just a program, but an AI that can talk, sketch a diagram, and even see from your kid's face if they're getting confused. Or imagine your own personal AI agent that handles your calendar, your bills, your projects. These aren't just static programs, they're living systems, constantly updating and co-creating alongside doctors, artists, and all of us. But let's be real for a second. This partner idea doesn't magically erase all the challenges. In fact, it brings up some really tough new questions. If your AI financial advisor makes a bad trade, who's on the hook? You, the company? And when these systems are deeply integrated into our lives, who truly controls our data? The biggest question of all might be, how do we build these partners to be fair and make sure they serve our best interests instead of just amplifying our worst human biases?
And that leads us right to the most important point of all. Whether we end up closer to utopia, dystopia, or some kind of collaborative partnership, one thing is absolutely certain. The future is not set in stone. And this is the single most critical thing to remember. The future of AI isn't something that's just going to happen to us. It's something we are all actively building right now. Technology doesn't get a vote, we do. The designers, the regulators, and every single one of us who uses these tools. The choices we make are going to determine the outcome. So, as we stand here at this fascinating and absolutely pivotal moment in history, the ultimate question isn't what AI is going to do. It's what are we going to do with AI? The story's unwritten. We're all holding the pen. The only question left is, what are we going to choose to build? That's it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for visiting Strange Loops. What might it be like to live in 2030? Please like and subscribe. Till later, stay strange.